Okay, okay, we're back on. Still, I did figure it out. Why is it set? Why is it set? Why has it gone back up to over 6,000? I was saying for less. Uh, is it still going good? Is it all okay? Okay. Let's try this again. We're all here. You want to go to Mementos, right? What are you talking about? Don't we need to study for exams?
Let's go!
Let's not worry about that stuff. Let's ignore the details and go charging in head first. It's easy for you to say, but we don't even have a target.
Let's go.
That's actually not a problem anymore. Some intel's come in from Mishima.
Alright!
Perfect timing. We just go in right now then. You'll really do anything to avoid studying, huh? So we can now just view requests and then go to Mementos for training. It can be explored with or without a target, but time is gonna pass. But I'm not up for going to Mementos. Guess I'll go study at home. So there's still studying to do. Hang with Ryuji or with Takemi? I think we should go with Takemi on this one.
Allergies are so annoying.
I have a good medicine for them. Just one dose should take care of them in theory. So I'm here for a clinical trial. Maybe some more refinements to the medicine. Sanguifer?
Well then,
Let's go into... Huh? So this is the Takemi Medical Clinic of Internal Medicine. Glad it's still open. Sorry, I have a child I need to have examined. I think I have a patient with an emergency.
and
Why come here? Aren't you under the care of another hospital? I've heard rumors about this place. I'd like for you to examine. She was diagnosed with bronchitis, but the medicine she was given hasn't been working at all. She has a fever that won't go away, and she's losing weight because she's not hungry. A young girl losing weight is definitely not good. You should go to a bigger hospital. I can't provide a thorough examination here. We're going to a big hospital, a university hospital in East Shinjuku, but all they tell us is that it's persistent bronchitis. A university hospital in East Shinjuku? The doctor there performs exams like he's on an assembly line. I think he's famous or something. Famous doctor, huh? I'm just a general practitioner out here in the sticks. As you can see, I don't even have any staff. Wait! I've heard there's a medicine that can only be acquired here. Please, I'll pay you. Please, at least just examine her.
hey,
Hold on. Doctor, my chest really hurts. Dr. Takemi will help.
what?
Well, isn't it your job? Doctor! Fine. Is your vision blurry? How about your throat? Does it hurt? No signs of swelling. Are you sure you told me everything about her symptoms and treatments you've tried so far? Yes, I'm sure.
Hello?
Uehara-san? Is Dr. Schweitzer there? There's something I'd like to ask him about a case that was in last month's medical journal. I see. Guess the ones in stock will have to do. There's a shelf by the reception desk. Bring the contents of the second drawer into the exam room. You'll need to help me administer the medicine. Also, bring the beaker with the red label in the fridge, a towel, wash basin, and measuring spoon.
Fine.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get moving! Thank you so much. Didn't expect it to recover so quickly. It was a very unique strain of an infectious disease. It can't be detected by conventional exams. It temporarily suppressed symptoms. We'll make adjustments as the condition improves. Okay, that will be 1 million yen for today. A million yen? It's outrageous! You're completely taking advantage of... I mean... Alright, I agree to pay. You don't take credit cards, do you? I'll go withdraw some cash right now.
What?
Wait, you're actually going to pay? By the way, that famous doctor you mentioned earlier, was it medical chief of staff for Oyamada? Yes, are you familiar with him? Knew it. In that case, I'll make this free of charge. Free? You seem happy. Doesn't it feel good? Treating his patient without permission?
By the way,
Thanks to your outburst earlier, I'm going to perform a very special exam on you today. Uh-oh. So is he your assistant? He seems awfully young. Yes, my assistant guinea pig. He's about to put in a lot of hard work today, aren't you? Uh-oh. Oh. Doctor, can I go back to school now? Not for a while. You need to start eating and regain your strength first. Can you do that for me? Yes, thank you, Doctor. Don't mention it. Your turn. I wonder what kind of response you'll have this time. Maybe you won't even be able to make it home. Uh-oh. Still get some guts.
bye.
Good work today. How are you feeling now? Today's drug was kind of a rough one, huh? But maybe it was just what my careless little guinea pig deserved, huh? Especially after approving that girl's consultation without my permission. I'll reflect on my mistakes. Good boy. But our only lesson is go today. Don't pull anything like that again. The drug does seem to be more stable compared to the early stages though. It's probably thanks to your cooperation. Feels like I'm almost there, so try not to die just yet, okay? Alright, take care. If I die, I'm gonna be haunting her.
Ah, you're back.
Hey,
Morgana's talking about the politician again. It's a mega fertilizer and some garden energy. Informed about tests coming up. Ritual for not anything that's not English, and I haven't been studying at all. Maybe we can do it together. Why not? Why not? Big help. To the diner. One sentence is tough. Trying to think about what the underlined section means. You're starting to understand how to dissect these problems. It's pretty tough. You're lucky enough to get a private lesson from Lady Arn. Just appreciate it and study, okay? That's level 3 knowledge.
that's not it.
I'm actually not so good at this because of my time abroad. Anyway, time to study. You think you can help me with math next? As long as it's not meth.
Let's get back.
Let's stop here.
It looks like you're attending school seriously. You also seem pretty close with Takamaki-san if you're both coming to school together. You just transferred here, though. I guess you two really click.
We're in the same class, lady.
I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning. I heard she was a victim of Mr. Kamoshida. But was that all there was to it?
You going anywhere with this?
Either way, closer inspection should clear everything up. Goodbye.
Ahem.
Exams start tomorrow. Are you all ready?
Well, shall we begin?
Picking up from last time, the end of the Heian period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. As described in the Tale of the Heike, am I pronouncing that right? It was a time when all that was great would fall from grace. It wasn't unusual for the heroes of yesterday to be struck down as rebels of the present day. By the way, sympathizing with the loser or the weak is called magistrate's patronage. That term came from Minamoto no Yoshitsune's position, and it also became a way of referring to him as well. Alright.
Do you know the answer?
You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you? I don't, because I don't know my Japanese. The Heian period.
This is it. Correct.
He supported his brother Yoritomo during the Heian period. But despite his contributions in defeating the Taira, he was driven out by his brother and ultimately executed. However, in the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune became more popular as a tragic hero. Moving on. Rather than siding with the one who has overwhelming power, people prefer the underdog opposing them. It's sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of an all-star major league.
Yep.
I can understand that. It's like, if I don't root for them, who will? So I hear that sort of thing, I'm reminded of Dragon Fest from Dragon Ball.
What are your thoughts?
Continue your exams, you could always liven the day up in mementos. Nah. I have a chariot? Yeah, a Gaffion.
Go.
You don't know? Yeah. Dude, I really want to talk. Or I guess more like vent. He wants to show me his go-to place for ramen. It's kind of far, but it's totally worth
Wanna
it.
get going?
Ogikubo. Yeah, sometimes your friends can invite you to locations. You either read about it, or your friends invite you to these locations.
Alright.
We can also invite people who may enjoy eating ramen to hang out with me here in Ogikubo. It will develop the bond better, and sometimes you can even get an extra item for customization at your home. You can even end up at Skytree, if you know what that is. I love the feeling of noodles sliding down my throat, sweat dripping over my face. This shit's the best, man. Ramen is life. Light food like this really gets your body going again after a good run, you know. I used to come all the way out here after practicing. I guess that's all in the past. By the way, I've seen the Calco around a few times. But for some reason, it don't look like he's getting along with the others. Are you worried about him? Yeah, kinda. I've been thinking about what he said. How the whole track team was putting up with Kamoshida's shit. How I effed it all up for him. I think he was right. They don't even got a club room anymore, so they've been storing all their stuff behind the gym. They can't use any school gear either, so they just run laps around the block for practice. There ain't really a place for outcasts like that. I should know that better than anyone. good they're keeping their heads low now, though. I don't want them ending up like me. You're doing great. You know what? You're right. Guess now that I'm thinking about it, trying to fit in is a real pain in the ass. I mean, I never would have met you guys as if I wasn't an outcast, right? So, it's all good. For real though, it's been a ton of fun. Hanging out with you guys is so freaking cool. I know, best boy. I know. Stealth dash, so it's harder to find me while I'm dashing.
All right.
Just hope there's something I can do to help those track guys. They would probably mess them up if I tried to butt in. Oh yeah, we still gotta find a new spot for our training. I'll think about it. Just slack off till then, okay?
See ya.
Later, dude. The pollen warning's there just to remind us that if I go into mementos, the enemies are gonna be hit with a debuff.
You're back.
Sam soon. You're not gonna jump on stalking without me, right? Right? You wanna do it together? You wanna do it together? I'm a serious job. Yeah, let's help him out. That's a huge help. I'm waiting at the diner.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting to get the hang of this. So I guess that's what I do with this one too. Wait, that's no good. Damn it, what did I mess up on? Maybe it was a careless mistake. Yeah, it was probably just a simple error.
Yeah.
Well, here. If I just fix this. Oh, you solved the problem. Gonna go grab a refill.
Wanna head back?
Alright, now we must do the boring thing of taking examinations. Can't believe this. School assembly? During exam week? The hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be about Mr. Kamashida again. I can't believe the school is messing with our schedules like this. I don't get what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into that mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Oh, that's going to be a thing.
Well, shall we begin?
I believe it was Yoshitsune?
Ooh, we can do this!
That's a question. Let's think it through. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. He had a brother. Was Yoritomo. Yeah, that's the one. Worked under Yoritomo, did a lot for him. But they ended up coming to conflict, and when they had to oppose each other, Yoritomo won, didn't he? Yeah, Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled. And even though he lost, Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. It's probably because people tend to sympathize less with figures in power and more with weak. Yeah, not just any weak person. People love rooting for an underdog who stands up to powerful oppressors, and Yoshitsune did that. So the reason he's treated as a hero is because he stood up against him. Got him.
Ahem.
Yeah, there is a cheat sheet out there, I'm sure.
Let's get started.
Going again? Oh yeah, you can't look at the cheat sheet during the exams, you can only do it during the classroom. I believe the function for the phenomenon here is cognition.
Ooh, we can do this!
Which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same? Map of the world, Japan, or both? I think it's both.
Ooh, we can do this!
Now, who's showing up today? Or what's going on today?
Okay, class, let's get started.
What that defined malefactor? It's the devil's dictionary, right?
Ooh, we can do this!
This character archetype refers to a mysterious and seductive woman, typically with autism. That's a femme fatale.
Ooh, we can do this!
Got that one quick. School-wide assembly, this time of year. Really? Maybe we can bring our flashcards in. She is just one of the many things wrong with this school. I gotta hurry home and study. Gosh, she is still causing us trouble, even when he's gone.
Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the
Hey,
mental
Mal.
health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
Isn't he hot?
It's nice to meet you all.
Sad fact about this guy, his voice actor passed away to cancer. But I do like this character as well.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is...
Get the mic, please.
My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school.
Oops.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested. You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems. Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
Yo,
Okay.
you ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
A school caring about mental health? Yeah, I see your point.
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage? You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you.
How do you know our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida. It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
I think I'd end up in a castle.
A castle?
Oh, looks like this guy didn't get much sleep last night.
So, what do you want with us?
You know I had to try something, right?
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah,
Just a touch.
but if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
We're not little kids.
You're right. To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound?
Mental training. If I make good use of this, it may aid in our Phantom Thieves activities too.
There's also snacks.
Alright, enough with the snacks.
Bribery is against the law, you know.
So, which way are you leaning?
No harm in a little chat.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
Made a deal with Takuto and Mariki. Meanwhile, in the present day,
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know? Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Counselor Persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
yeah, Mariki, they've just been lazy and called him the counselor.
Alright.
There is no counselor within the Arcana, if you want to look into it.
What's the holdup, dude?
Sorry for keeping you like this. Well then,
See you around.
Okay, quiet down.
I have an addendum to the earlier assembly regarding the counselling you've all been offered. Counsel will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Dr. Mariki will only be posted here through November, so be sure to speak with him soon if you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not you see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school's decided visits to Dr. Mariki will be mandatory for these individuals. Yo, you guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? Sounds like we're being forced to. I told Mariki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really that into the idea, you know? Not much choice. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. I think Don's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay?
yes. Welcome.
Are you here for a counseling session? Yeah, it's now about time. Not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. So glad you're here. Would you care for a snack?
Well, shall we begin?
Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about. To answer the question, this is during exam week, but they brought in the counsellor.
Yes.
Although, I really only have one thing on my mind right now, anyway. Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. But don't force yourself into talking with me. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. That is, if you're willing to listen to the super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. See, such a horrible thing to do to someone. That's why I wanted to get even with him. For Shiho. And? First, I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through. But...
Right.
Later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, he was just given the easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know, you are quite the wise, level-headed young woman, Takamaki-san. What? I think you've got the wrong... Nope. In fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. I hadn't gone through my own share of hell. I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now? Right now? I'm just hoping Shiho will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now that's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. No, thank you. I feel a ton better now that that's all off my chest. Can't speak English. Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna get going.
Oh. Well, I went in for counselling. You're going soon too, right? How'd it go? Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you think. See you tomorrow. Did you have a counselling appointment? That's the nurse's office in the practice building, right? I'll just pass time in the area.
How are you?
Oh, that's serious, it's over. You here for a session as well? You too, huh?
Yes.
Dr. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go over suddenly too hard though, Yoshizawa-san. I'm really nothing special. I need to get going. Please excuse me.
Alright then.
So we get started.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. We made a deal. I'll try to make sure it's worth the trouble.
I see.
See. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in. For full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances regarding your transfer here. It's in the past. Did you have to force yourself to accept everything that happened? No, that doesn't seem to be it.
So...
Now that you told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external. I should note, that's really, truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality? Some conception of themselves they're striving for?
For example...
Wanting to be a model student, or wanting to be loved and relied on. That kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? But it sounds right. Not even any deflecting self-deprecation, you really are strong.
I'm sorry.
This went on longer than I expected. Somehow this conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess.
Say,
I actually got one last request. Do you mind?
you know, I...
Doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts, what they think, how they feel.
How about it?
If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people. So what exactly?
Sorry.
I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you to help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, any time's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And I've got a lot of snacks too. You can have them. They're yours! Well, okay. You're a lifesaver.
Well...
See. I know, maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw out your full potential.
Thank you.
I guess that's our second deal. So if I'm given an ailment, I have a chance of instantly nullifying it.
Alright. I know.
Would it be okay if we traded contact info? This is the part where I say there's a problem. I'll contact you when I've got time or when I need some input from you. That should do it.
Now.
Now, I better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. With him, I can increase my max SP. It's a non-static gun which just removes shock.
Well, see you.
Thank you for your help.
Man.
You really spent a long time talking to Moriki. Look at how late it is. Do you think the sessions are worthwhile? You should try going again sometime.
Night.
But tomorrow's the last day of exams. Let's go to bed.
Well then.
I'm so sleepy. I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
You staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
Oh, you're failing for sure then.
It'll be fine. Nobody's expecting anything of me, so I don't gotta worry about grades.
Morning.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
And yet he knows a lot more than you.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
You heard him.
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's... nothing.
Is it?
Oh my god, that guy got off! Isn't this bad?
Did you?
Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on. Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that...
Is there something you want?
That's my line! You are the one stalking me!
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me, ever since the train!
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay...
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time.
Mm.
Please, won't you
Wait a minute,
be the model for my next art piece?
Model?
It's a new one.
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Whoa, hold your horses! Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Doesn't know that.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will.
Really?
Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
How dare he go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Oh dear, the cat's mad. Let's go back to the modern day for a minute.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
In the metaverse.
This metaverse business again?
You still don't believe me, lady, and yet it's the only story that's going to be consistent.
Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
I don't know.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
First, we need to finish exams. Seems like some of those were kind of tough.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't too bad. You should have a decent score. Finally done. Are you gonna go in for counseling? Saw the volleyball guys getting called in. Oh shit, I got the question wrong. Right, I feel like I have to protect that teacher. Oh, here we go again. Everyone attracted to the teacher.
It's over.
It's over. How about you?
I'm feeling confident.
You traitor! Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site.
And
It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
dude,
We don't have that much left. Oh, right! There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets. Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Madarame, was it?
I'm curious too.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Wanna go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then.
It's gonna be boring.
It'd be worth it once in a while. Sounds like it'll be useful for phantom thieves too, you know? It's decided then. We're going.
Well, my opinion's invalid.
Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay.
So the exhibit. Curious if this is anything related to Memento, what we heard. So I keep thinking about what Nakanoka said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist, Madarame? Sounds about right. Second did. Great. The name really stood out to me. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. What we heard is true. Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. You mean a teacher who treats people like tools? Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Surgery's still being hyped. Come on.
Oh!
I need to put that back. Oh dear.
Hey!
Back to reading the book. Pirates made a toast, drinking and reveling in their celebration of victory.
Oh!
That's going to boost guts a little bit. Mindful. Oh, that exhibition must be opening today. It's really packed. Wanna come back another time? I want it, but it's so pricey. I should take it out alone. I wanna see that!
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
Yeah, we really
What
did.
did you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
Yeah.
Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
Yeah.
Will Lady Han be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries something funny?
I told you not to come out!
He's worried.
Really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
Let's learn about Madarame.
I guess we should do a quick pass through at once. Which way are we supposed to start?
Follow the sign.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination.
I really should have tried the exams, yeah.
You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
A shack?
I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack something?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Uh-oh.
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people!
Back out, back out!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
You think this is gonna be that bad?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach, but he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Oh, we've got someone new in the chat.
totally elbowed me. But thanks to that, I remember now.
Wait, what about Arn?
Let's not worry about it for now.
But now I want to worry about it.
It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Hmm?
Why'd you leave without me?
Blame this guy.
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it.
Notice that this our new chatter there, Sarah, has some kind of logo involving the final Destiny 2's final shape raid race. No idea what that's about, but thanks for the nostalgia trip.
His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
I wonder if Kitagawa-kun posted this. I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
A man like that doing such a thing? I wonder if we can ask that shadow from earlier about this. Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Mementos?
You were the one who was happy about it being a scandal, Ryuji.
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
He does. He does.
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but...
But
is
nothing.
it really true?
By the way, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info, and the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Okay.
Find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. It could be the breakthrough we're looking for.
Well
What have we got for the home shopping channel? Allergy relief, 2 calming masks, and 2 many wide eye drops. And the cosmetic cure gift. Neither of them have got my attention.
Hey!
Well, this has been, I know it's been shorter than normal, but there's been some chaos behind the scenes of me making this, and let's just say it's been a little too much, so I'm gonna end it all here. So next time we're gonna be investigating the rumors about Madarame by talking to Yusuke Kitagawa and our